Welcome to New Awakenings with Edgar, Cayce's A.R.E, where we have some incredible conversations that are designed to help you as you either begin or continue on your path towards enlightenment. We're your hosts, Karen and Will.
Our guest today first discovered that she had psychic abilities and the gift of healing at the age of 17. Her abilities include clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and clairgustance. And in 1981, she began teaching classes on psychic development and spiritual healing.
And she's appeared on multiple television shows, including Sally Jessy Raphael, Sightings, Beyond with James Van Prague, just to name a few. And Paranormal Borderline even did a feature story calling her family the most psychic family, the world's most psychic family. Wow.
She's even hosted her own television and radio programs and is now the director of the Center for Spiritual Development, where she teaches numerous classes on spiritual development, living by intuition, ghost busting, psychic development, and laying on hands healing classes. Wow, do we have a lot of questions. Welcome to the show, Echo Bodine. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. You forgot the coolest part of my bio is that I get to be a field representative for A.R.E.
Oh, how did we? Who wrote these scripts?
I don't know.
Really, that's what I think.
Wasn't me, maybe.
The most important, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, so many questions.
I know.
No clue where to start. So
Start at the beginning.
I'm just going to dive right in, right?
Okay.
World's most psychic family.
Yes.
Wow.
How did that come to
Okay,
be?
I got a mother that's psychic, a brother, a sister, and myself. And we have another brother who doesn't want really anything to do with all of this. But my brother is really good with people and their business. Okay, psychic. Okay. And my sister, she does like general readings, and I do readings where I ask people to give me 5 questions. So we all do it just a little bit different. And gosh, what can I tell you? We had a really weird experience in our family where our one brother saw a spirit, and that got my mom, this was back in 1965, that got my mom to call a psychic, and the psychic was just adorable. She was a huge Edgar Cayce fan, and she said, this happened for a reason. I need to see you and your oldest daughter for a reading. And you guys, we're like, what? Why does a psychic want to see us? I mean, here we are, a nice, normal, dysfunctional family like everybody else. Good Presbyterians, went to church every Sunday, okay? Didn't think about the occult back then. And Mom and I were really curious. So off we went, and that's when she told us that Mom, myself, my brother Michael, we're all going to be professional psychics, and that my sister Nikki would come into her psychic abilities in her mid-40s, and then she would be a psychic as well. And you guys, I mean, we honestly, the whole way home, we kept saying, why do we have to do this weird stuff? We're just a regular family. We're just normal. And she also told us that a teacher would come along to help us understand our gifts. And out of the blue, this lady calls us about 10 days later and said that she was a spiritualist minister, and her spirit guides told her that she's supposed to teach us how to develop our gifts. And she said, I'm going to hold class in my house on Thursday nights. I expect to see you next Thursday. And she hung up the phone. So, I mean, she gave us the address, but we did not know what psychic abilities were. I just could not even imagine what this lady was talking about. Mom couldn't either. And my brother, he was 8 at the time, and we're looking at him like he's going to be a professional psychic someday. Are you kidding me? I mean, you guys, it was so out there. And yet, when we went to this lady's house that first night, she explained what psychic abilities were. Clairvoyance is a gift of seeing, which means we get visions in our mind, pictures. Sometimes they come in one at a time, other times they come in like a cartoon strip. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I do that, but everybody does that, okay? And then she said, clairaudience is the gift of hearing. And when spirit communicates to us, because they don't have a voice box, they send thoughts to us. Thoughts come in. And I thought, well, yeah, I do that, but everybody does that. And then clairsentience is your body senses things, and clairgustance is psychic knows. Where, where does that come in? Well, part of it comes in when a deceased loved one comes to visit us. Like my dad, when he comes to visit, I can always smell cigarette smoke, okay? They will actually, I don't know how they do it, but they create a smell that we will associate with them. And I thought, well, oh, that's why I get those weird smells from time to time. So it really helped when she just simply explained it to us in simple terms. It wasn't woo-woo, it wasn't freaky, it was just, well, this is what you've got, and this is how it works. And we ended up taking classes with her for at least a year because there was a lot to learn about being psychic.
Sure.
So that's how it all got started. And she told us we would be famous worldwide psychics. We would be on radio and TV. We would write books. And honest to God, you guys, I thought this lady was nuts. And nope, it all turned out exactly the way she said.
Wow, and I can imagine it must have changed your family dynamics somewhat, learning all of these. I guess you guys couldn't keep secrets from each other anymore.
No kidding. The good news is we still could, but we just had to get really creative with it.
So how is it then kind of like coming out as a family to everyone else, your neighbors? I mean, obviously you're on TV now and people are knowing.
I can imagine, that house in that corner over there, you got to stay away from them.
Yeah, exactly. We all did it really slow. I went off to college for 2 years, then I was a barber for 4 years. But the whole time that I'm doing these other things that I said I was going to do, my gifts got stronger and stronger and stronger. And even when I was a barber, you guys, oh God, people would come and sit in my chair. There I am cutting hair, trying to be as normal as you can be, and somebody would say something. I remember this one man one time came in and said, "Yeah, just don't know what's going on with my wife. She's just, I don't know, I've never seen her like this." Out of my mouth, I said, "She's in menopause." Now, I was 25. Who's thinking about menopause at 25 years old? And he said, "Menopause? Well, I never thought of that. Thank you." Okay, stuff like that would happen. And when my hands would heat up when I was giving someone a haircut. And words would come out of my mouth that they needed to hear. And people would always just look at my hands like, I don't know, I came in here with a migraine, I don't have a headache anymore. But I never said anything. I just said, well, that's fantastic. Have a great day, okay? And I remember when the universe really spoke to me and said, "Okay, kid, it's time." I was terrified. What am I gonna tell people? And I didn't do it. It took me 12 years from beginning to when I finally came out of the psychic closet and told the barber shop, you know, I've got to quit. I've got these abilities and I have to pursue it. And I just kept going at it really slow, so that I didn't overwhelm people or myself. That's really, you know, now it's a lot easier because I've written books and been on TV. So people, it's just like, oh, are you the, and I go, yeah. And that's it. That's all, you know, the people at the grocery store, you know, are you? And I go, yeah, okay. And then we don't even have a discussion. It's just like that. So. Yeah.
Well, you've been with such big, well-known people. Sally Jesse Raphael, James Van Praagh, and you've had your own show.
Yeah.
We've heard of other mediums out there who go around supermarkets saying, "Hey, I got a message for you," or right.
No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that.
Right.
No,
So,
no.
I assume that you have since, after your barber days, you've since learned a way to turn it off, right? Otherwise,
Yes.
how nutty would that be to have those messages coming at you all the time?
Honey, honestly, oh God. Yeah, that's one of the things she taught us was how to turn it off so that I can go to a baseball game and just sit and watch baseball instead of know everything about people.
Wow.
And that's a saving grace. I mean, we can shut it down. And it's weird because today when I woke up, it's like, okay, there's something wrong. Something's wrong. And I can't find it. I'm not getting a picture of, okay, what is this? But I can sense there's something wrong in my little world, and I don't know what it is yet, so I'll have to just wait and see.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that, but yeah, I'm just trying to think about. No, I wait for people to come to me. I don't go to people and. No, like in the neighborhood when somebody's child is really, really sick. One of our neighbors had a brain injury, car accident, and when I heard about it, it was like, oh my God, I just want to go get my hands on this kid. He was only like 10, and they didn't think he was going to make it, and I just wanted to go do a healing on him so bad. And it's like, they know what I do, and if they want that, they're going to have to come and ask for it. Because, you know, that's the problem with some healers is that, and I understand it because we see what healing hands can do. So we just think, well, everybody wants to get healed. And so we want to just jump on the white horse and just charge out and go heal people. But I have learned that's not the best approach. So people know that I have these abilities and it's up to them. You just have to do it that way.
Sure.
You know, I remember when my minister found out he had cancer, he asked me if I would do healings on him. And he said, please keep this a secret because every healer in the sanctuary, everybody's gonna come at me, tell me their way is the best way. Everybody's gonna wanna lay their hands on me. And he said, psychic healers have no boundaries. And he said, I need you to keep this a secret. And I said, yeah, I understood. And you know what, guys, when it did come out, that's exactly what happened is all the different healers
Wow.
oh my God, you know, I've got the best healing. And yeah, so healers have to watch it. They have to learn some boundaries.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's still happening to this day, sadly.
Yeah,
but,
that's very true.
I know,
That's very true.
I know.
And sometimes the intentions are good, and sometimes they just, want a couple bucks. So you have to really, kind of weed out who you're talking to.
Right.
So
That's right.
you were very fortunate that this lady called you or your mom and became this teacher. If someone is starting to feel a little like something's going on psychically, would you recommend they seek out a teacher? Like, what would you say for them to best develop their abilities?
Oh, honey, yes, they need to find a reputable teacher. I've met psychic teachers out there that charge an arm and a leg to teach them how to develop their gifts. I've met lots of psychic wannabes, I guess I'll say, and they don't really understand their gifts, and yet they're really excited to tell everybody that they're a psychic. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be 77 this month. That means I've been doing this for, God, 60 years, okay?
Wow.
I'm still learning today. I just did a reading yesterday that, wow, I learned a lot from that reading. So, it isn't like you take a 2-week course and boom, you can put that neon palm out on your lawn. It's just not like that. You gotta go at it slow, you have to understand. A lot of people, an example is a psychic might get a picture of a funeral and automatically go, oh my God, this person's dying. But really, usually if I get a picture of a funeral, it means that their old way of life is about to die, and then they'll begin a new life. When I get pictures of somebody dying, I get a picture of them in a cap and gown with a diploma. They are about to graduate, okay? But it takes time to understand your pictures, to understand spirit speaking to you. I also highly recommend that people develop a relationship with their intuition, because when you get a picture, then you can go to your intuition and say, okay, I just got a picture of a funeral and a hearse and a coffin. Is this person dying? And your intuition will say, no, graduating, okay? Or it will say, yes, they are. Intuition is really helpful when it comes to interpreting our pictures.
Well, you bring up a great point when you sit with someone who's doing a reading for you, and as a psychic, you get these messages where someone is indeed dying.
Yeah.
How do you broach that topic, or do you?
First of all, this is what I found, is that people have come to me for healing that have cancer, and they'll say, would you tell me if I'm gonna die? Or they'll say, would you look and see if I'm gonna die? And then my response is, do you want to know the truth of what I see, or do you want me to just say, oh no, you're gonna be fine? And then they say, oh, you mean you might tell me I'm gonna die? And I say, my job is to tell you what I see. It's not to just make you feel happy. I mean, you're asking the question, do you really want the answer? And a lot of people will say, no, never mind, don't.
Right.
Okay, once they realize.
Yeah.
But here's another thing that I learned that was cool, was I specifically remember the first time this ever happened, when a lady that she had lung cancer, and she said to me, would you please talk to my soul and see if I'm gonna die? And I said, okay, do you really want that information? She said, yes. I said, okay. So I'm channeling healing to her. She's sound asleep, and her soul came out of her body and looked right at me and said, yes, my body's gonna die in 2 months, but don't tell my body that, because she's gonna get all depressed, and I have a lot of things I want to accomplish before I die. And then she went back into the body. So when she woke up, she said, well, am I gonna die? And I said, you know what? Your soul didn't want to talk to me today. Oh, she says, I'm so glad. Okay? Because
Right.
the soul is really the one in charge. So that's why I listen to what the soul wants me to say versus what the conscious mind wants me to say.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
It's
That's
fascinating.
what a
You guys,
story.
Yeah.
I just learned so many cool things over the years.
Right.
That's why it's like I'll learn something new and I'll get all excited, like, oh God, I gotta write another book. And, after a 2-minute experience. But I get so excited that I just want to tell everybody, no, this is how it really is. So, yeah.
Oh, it does. It sounds like a wonderful and exciting life of
It has.
learning and all of these experiences. So if someone wanted to reach out to you to book a session, what's the best way for them to do that?
Honey, it's so easy. My website is echobodine.com, and my email is echo@echobodine.com. So yeah, check it out. I'm gonna start doing these things on Tuesday nights called pop-up talks, where like next Tuesday night, I'm gonna talk about, just like the first night that we met with our teacher, I'm going to talk about what psychic abilities are, how you can recognize them in yourself, and how you can develop them. And then I've got great teachers people who have taken over my 16-week psychic development class, and I can refer people to them.
Cool.
Wonderful.
So what if you're the world's most psychic family? Could you just adopt us and allow us to? Would that work that way? Like just
Would
like
we get it by
osmosis?
osmosis? Become psychics?
Believe me, you don't want it. Okay? You guys, this is not the gift that everybody thinks it is. It is both a gift and a curse, really.
Yeah.
It's,
No doubt.
yes, it's. No, you do not want to be adopted by the Bodines. Just live your happy lives, okay?
So are you saying the gift you don't want is to become psychic or be part of your family? Because I'm kind of getting mixed messages here.
Actually, both. Really. Yeah.
The double-edged sword for sure.
Yes.
Echo, it's been absolutely fascinating getting to meet you and hearing your stories. I could sit and talk to you all day long.
I know.
However, unfortunately, we have come to the end.
It's okay.
We,
It's okay.
I'm sure that Kevin has put the information on the screen, so anyone who wants to reach out to you can do so easily. It's been a pleasure meeting you. We look forward to staying in touch.
Thanks, guys. Yes, this was really fun.
It was.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
And thank you for watching New Awakenings with Edgar Cayce's A.R.E. If you missed any part of this conversation or any of our other ones, all you need to do is go to edgarcayce.org/resources. You'll find all of those episodes laid in there, so it's easy for you to catch up. For now, I am Will.
And I'm Karen.
And this has been New Awakenings with Edgar Cayce's A.R.E.
Bye.